We're speaking with Frank Blaimberger from TÜV SÜD as part of our COBALT project interview series. TÜV SÜD plays a key role in helping shape the shift from traditional certification towards dynamic, AI-supported assurance. In this conversation, we will explore their contribution to COBALT, the technological and regulatory challenges they're addressing, and the impact this work may have on Europe's digital resilience. Frank, industry across all sectors is undergoing a major transformation as static, paper-based certifications gives way to more flexible digital models. With that said, traditional certification is shifting towards dynamic, AI-driven assurance. What makes COBALT project a strategic space for TÜV SÜD to help this transition?
Yeah. Seeing more digital-based asset upcoming, also known as digital twins, a continuous assessment with immediate safety and secure statement are become part of a business continuity. To frame and engage this new mode of compliance assessment, TÜV SÜD is contributing new methodologies and technologies towards proved evidences and validation at runtime. So in essence, with the COBALT project, the focus has been set on a framework to settle an operation scheme for dynamic cybersecurity, testing, validation, and inspection.
Within COBALT, you're working on regulation, runtime assessment, AI, cybersecurity, and certification schemes. Can you explain us a little bit these terms?
Yeah, sure. Starting with this certification of a scheme. A scheme in general is a structured system that sets essential criteria for products, services, processes, and more with regards to testing, inspection, audit, and certification capabilities. In essence, a scheme, mostly distributed by governance authorities like BSI or ENISA, also describe how independent third parties must have to be verified to obliged compliance to ensure safety, sustainability, and operational readiness. So TÜV SÜD is mostly accredited and notified body for these kind of activities. This foundation is part of a regulation which will affect market access mechanism, such as placing product at the market. So in other words, if you're not operating compliant with your products, you do not get access to the market. New technologies will drive and adopt regulations and standards to enable and integrate innovations, such as AI-based products, which still have the need and obligation for cybersecurity assurance. As a result, dynamic cybersecurity for such kind of products and processes must be available and finally placed by authorities' regulation.
So which of these areas is the most critical right now and why?
So the critical part is still to ensure a safe and secure connected product, regardless of physical conditions like is it a simulated software or is it a physical asset. So essentially requirements and proof of evidence needs to be in place. In that favor, the COBALT project is an essential activities to generate a framework towards it. So to answer your question, a framework to cover all aspects for dynamic cybersecurity certification is the critical one, which will be finally part of a regulation and standards.
Continuous runtime assessment is a major leap from traditional one-time checks. How do you envision this capability changing the cybersecurity landscape for Europe industry?
The more changes a product or infrastructure is facing over lifetime, for example, updates or upgrades are upcoming, or changes of the environment, for example, for replacing conditions of interfaces, the higher will be demand to transfer from static assessment to dynamic certification capability to avoid stop points. Business and operational continuity become a clear competitive advantage for operation with connected systems. In that favor, TÜV SÜD as a test, inspection, and certification partner is supporting and engaging these new business model. The COBALT project, of course, is a landscape to make sure that these business operation will be ensured and supported. So our vision is to be a partner alongside the new transformation for the business model, which is demanded and already in place.
The Cyber Resilience Act plays a central role in COBALT. How is TÜV SÜD contributing to defining practical compliance and assurance processes under this new regulation?
The majority of new and updated regulations do have precursors to build on. We'll say they are not starting totally from scratch. TÜV SÜD is already operating and nominated as a notified body for cybersecurity in different products and process categories, such as machinery, industry, medical, automotive, and others. Out of the daily operation, TÜV SÜD is actively driving adoptions and setup of standards by participating regionally like the European Union in international committees. Further, TÜV SÜD is part of market investigation and technical R&D projects to settle state of technology. This kind of status will be used to prove evidences and to make sure that even though harmonized standards are not in place, could be utilized for certification, for example, for the Cyber Resilience Act, in case the categories are not fully harmonized yet.
Looking ahead, what impact do you expect COBALT to have on European standardization efforts and on ensuring safe, secure operation for digital assets across industries?
From our point of view, COBALT will have to engage and accelerate new schemes and standards for dynamic cybersecurity assessments by tool utilization within a defined and open framework, which means any party who is operating in compliance with the CRA will have the opportunity to put tools and methodology out of the framework to make sure the operation and finally the business is running successfully. That is really a huge efficiency and a huge positive effect for companies operating in the European Union and across.
Thank you so much for sharing these insights and for your contribution to the project. The work of all partners, and especially of TÜV SÜD, is essential to build trust, strengthening the compliance, and supporting safe digital transformation across Europe. We look forward to the continued collaboration and the advancements that will follow. Thank you, Frank.